Which do you believe?
Because now that he says it, I remember he told me before.
Oh.
We're streaming now, and we're going to get started in about 30 seconds or less.
Okay.
One of these guys is going to point at you for people ready.
All right. Well, it won't be Chris. Good morning. Welcome to church. I am Jesse Peterson. Thank you so much for being with me. You can get involved by going to our chat line on YouTube, and I can respond to your questions and comments. And good morning, y'all. Good morning. How y'all? I'm glad you guys came. And ladies, well, lady. Amazing. Any questions before I get rolling? Right here.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So I know that you said that we are able to live forever and physically.
Right. Levi is going to live forever because he found out at an early age.
Yeah.
So he's going to renew his mind, stay healthy, not be angry, and he can live forever. I'm hoping to make it, but if you were told the moment you were born that you could live forever, you would.
Amazing.
Because you would take care of yourself.
Right. And that was really the question. I wanted to get like a real understanding of why you believe that or how. But I was thinking about it myself, like, so I guess when Adam was created, all was well, like he was perfect.
Yeah, he would.
But
he would still be young in the garden.
Right. You know, doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then, but ever since like that fall or separation from God and generation after generation of anger, that was what probably deteriorated our lifespan, or
absolutely.
So I think is that would you say
Levi going to get over the anger, and so he'll be free within, and that will cause him to live right without.
Got it.
And so he'll be. You're not dying, Levi. You're 18, right? Yeah. You're not dying. Are you going to live forever?
I mean, I don't think in my generation, but I think.
How about you?
Me?
You're not your generation, but you.
Nah.
You're not going to live forever?
I don't think so.
Amazing.
But
well, you want me to do your funeral? I'll be around to do your funeral. You want me to do it?
That'd be fun.
Do you want to be buried or burned?
I was telling my buddy this. They should put like, what's that? Cremate me. You know, put all the sand and put it in a piñata. And instead of a funeral, just like have a party and just beat that piñata, just like let it blow in the wind.
But will your ashes fall on us?
I hope not.
Oh, me too. So you're dying, huh?
Well, I mean.
How old are you?
26.
Yeah, you're dying. Amazing.
But I think the way we get back to that is that we, like you said, lose our anger, and once we become closer to God, then we'll be on that path to having a longer life. Would you say?
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
And so, when are you dying?
Well, I was really down when I was in that fallen state and I didn't forgive. But ever since I did forgive, that kind of just broke that chain.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the process of going back to that closer to God or a child of God. And
are you doing the silent prayer every day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did your mother think about when she came to the meeting? Did she like it?
Yeah. She didn't take things personally. She wasn't mad. I think she had a good time. Yeah.
You haven't seen her since that day?
I have.
Oh, okay. I saw her running down Santa Monica toward Santa Barbara.
With a mask?
I mean, that's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Anybody else? Let me take here first and then here. Yes, sir.
I had this question the other day. Have you witnessed anyone that's turned from homosexuality after forgiving their parents?
Yeah.
You have?
From lesbian and homosexuality. As a matter of fact, I got a call on my show one day, I believe, 2 guys out of Europe somewhere. They were living together and being that way, and when they realized they needed to overcome their mothers, they stopped and they are not attracted to one another anymore.
Wow.
It's the female spirit that made a home.
I see. Yeah, the reason why I asked is because I have a really good friend, and he's gay, but
Gay?
we, but but we see like pretty much eye to eye on most things, like as far as like morals and beliefs, just about everything except for his homosexuality. And so I've been trying to figure out how, I guess, what I can tell him or what I can show him.
Does he want to overcome it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
If he wants to overcome it, he can.
He can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because being a homosexual or lesbian or alcoholic or drug addict,
Mm-hmm.
it's not who you are, it's what you do
Yeah.
in that fallen state. So you're able to overcome that and then come back to who you really are, the image of God.
Got you.
Yeah. But the world got make them say that's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you say that, you believe that, and you're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely, I could definitely see he like identifies with this whole
Right,
like
he thinks that's
persona.
who he is.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you don't know if you want to overcome it or not?
I've never asked him.
Oh, okay.
I would assume yes, just because
How do you say that, James? Assume.
I would ask, what, assume?
That's the way he put it.
But yeah, just based on like the things he's told me, like, you know,
Yeah. Well,
again,
tell
like,
him he could overcome it and tell him how.
okay,
Yeah.
cool,
He really can overcome it.
yeah,
There's nothing in life you cannot overcome because it's not who you are, it's a spirit inside of you.
yeah, true, cool, that's all.
All right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
No, that's all. Thank
Are
you.
you doing the silent prayer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
How you doing?
All is well. How are you?
I'm well. But I just wanted to ask, so you always talk about the spirit of anger and kind of that being like the root cause of everything.
Yeah.
But don't you think that like fear would be the root cause because anger comes from fear? Because you can't be
No, fear
angry at
come
something.
From anger.
But you
You
can't be.
get angry first, and once you get angry, then fear come, doubt come,
Really?
depression, worry, suicidal thoughts, and all that stuff. It comes. But if you didn't have the anger, you could never have those things.
But it seems like you can be fearful of something without being angry, but you can't be angry at something without being fearful.
When you say fearful of something, what do you mean?
For example, let me see. So, okay, maybe like if you have a significant other or whatever, and you're afraid.
Gay?
No.
Oh. Don't
but-
say significant.
But when I
other.
say significant other, I just mean if a
Say
woman has a boyfriend or if a
wife,
boyfriend has a
fiancé.
girlfriend. I mean, if a boy has a girlfriend.
Significant others, because I'm thinking maybe he was talking about you.
No. No. If a woman has a husband or if a man has a wife, either situation, they may be like fearful of losing or like they want to hold on to it.
Onto what?
They want to make sure that they don't lose their significant other or they you know what I
Are
mean?
you gay?
No, I'm saying it because I mean man or woman, vice
Oh, but
versa.
don't say significant other.
Okay, I'll just stick to one example. So
Yeah, say
wife.
man or
Okay.
woman.
Okay,
Fiancé,
a man may be
husband, wife.
a man may
Don't
be
say significant others.
a man may be
And don't
afraid.
say partner.
I never said partner. I never say partner. That's something I never said.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying basically like if you're fearful of losing something or you're fearful of something not going your way,
Right.
that's what makes you angry because you're afraid in the
Of losing
beginning.
it.
Yeah. So
But
wouldn't
if-
fear be the root?
No, but if you didn't have anger, nothing would matter. You could take it or leave it. You wouldn't be afraid of losing it. You
I don't understand
cannot
that.
have fear without the anger. And once the anger is gone, the fear would disappear. And so when men and women get together, it's not, you wouldn't be afraid of losing one another. If you decide you want to go, bye.
So then where does the anger come
Because the only reason people become afraid of losing one another, that person is like a god to the other one.
Right.
Or they're like God. And there's not but one God, so you should never make anyone your God.
Right.
Or anything.
Right. But I still don't see how the fear comes from the anger. Is it? God.
It's the spirit of the anger. Because when you're growing up as a little kid, you don't have fear. But once you become angry, then you have fear. You're afraid of speaking up. You're afraid of Black Lives Matter, the lesbian group.
Fat black lesbians?
Yeah.
I got you.
You're afraid of everything. But once the anger gone, the fear disappears.
Okay.
But you think the fear come first.
Yeah,
And why?
because I think that because in any situation where I'm angry, if I feel like if I really look at it, it's because I'm either scared of losing this thing or I'm scared of it not accepting me, or I'm scared. There's something like the root of it is fear. I don't feel like I've ever been angry at something that I wasn't afraid of.
Do you have anger?
Yeah,
You have anger?
yeah,
And so it's coming from that. Because you're in a fallen state, and whatever you're afraid of losing is too important to you.
right.
But if you were not in that fallen state, you can take it or leave it,
And-
then you can't be controlled.
Okay, and you're saying anger is what puts you in the fallen state?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Because God is not going to allow anyone into the kingdom if that person has anger. Because that's the nature of Satan. It's evil.
okay. Because I was thinking about this morning. It just like popped into my head.
Right.
And then I did look at the Bible, and it said, I actually have it right here. Is it okay if I read it?
Yeah. In the beginning, there was the Word. His Word is on the internet. It's on Google.
Right. It's convenient. It's a convenient word. Well,
Millennials.
it says in 1 John 4:18,
Right.
there is no fear in love. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He
Right.
that feareth is not made in perfect love. And so it seems like the fear is the thing that keeps you away from the love.
Well, it's the it's the fallen state, which is the anger, but the fear comes from that.
Okay.
But once you overcome the anger, then you come into perfect love, and all that's in you is clean up. He'll take all that away from you.
Okay.
No, that's an interesting question.
Okay.
Right here. Oh, you didn't? No. You look like it. You should. This your first time here?
It's my first time here, yeah.
What's your name?
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Thank you.
How old are you?
31.
Really?
Yeah.
You look younger.
It's just because I shaved, but when I grow it out, I look 40. You know,
Oh,
it's
well,
from one week to the next.
That's amazing. How did you hear about us?
I watch you on Sundays, but yeah, I saw you on YouTube, and really feel blessed for it because I didn't find you until like post-Corona and all the shutdowns and stuff like that. So it's really been served as like a focal point or a due north.
Yeah.
The whole like relieving anger, the whole forgiving your mother and your father.
Have you done that?
Yes,
You went to your mother?
yes.
And what happened?
We watched you together actually.
Oh, your mother did?
Yeah.
She liked me?
Yes, she does. She's actually super happy about it.
Hola. Delicious.
And my father too. I forgave him for
Nice.
you know, I told him I know you just, you know, it was between you and my mom that
Yeah.
you didn't leave me. I told him all of that, man, and I told my mom forgive her for everything, that all the stuff they put, you know, not necessarily for pushing me away from my father, 'cause she never even talked about him or anything, but she just never actually she didn't push me that way either though.
Right.
And but like as soon as I said like at 12 years old I wanted to meet him, she just pretty much like hooked it up right away, hit up one of my
Nice.
aunts, and we just so I know him for a
So
while.
do you live with your mother?
Nah, they live in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, good, man. I'm about to call you Beta. I don't have to call you Beta.
No,
Alpha
sir.
male.
Thank God.
know.
So far, yeah.
You live with your girlfriend?
Nah, I rent a room. I
Nice.
have a family that lives in Cudahy up
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good, man. Any questions?
I guess one that's kind of hit me is, I guess now that it comes to mind is well, I think you might.
Do you know who Joel is?
You
You ever heard of Joel?
yeah, I seen him on the podcast.
What's the one thing you know about him?
He's a good reader. Sure.
You never heard that before, huh?
I'm Joel, man. I'm just,
He black.
you,
You're the only one in the world think that he's a good reader.
no, I was kind of. Hey, well, my question for you would just be like, what would your advice be to somebody who's not ready to, like, we see the light, we get your message, we know that it's real, we can see that is north,
Right.
but like still like addicted to the flesh somehow, like, you know, still addicted to the pleasures of the flesh, but still at the same time knowing like I gotta relieve myself of these
Are
things.
you doing
Like
the silent prayer?
I did, not enough.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
No, like I did it this morning. I've done it once, twice a week,
Well,
but not
suffer.
consistently.
My advice is to suffer,
Yeah.
because the only way you're going to overcome it is God's going to have to renew your mind, and then you will lose interest in that stuff. It'll be taken away. That's the only way.
I hear you.
It's the spirit.
I recently went
And
to.
in the meantime, just relax and don't judge yourself for it. You will overcome it, but you got to do the silent prayer.
Yeah, and recently, like I just went
Are
through
you
like
a slut maker?
kinda, yeah. Just with
Kinda.
one though.
What?
Just with one.
You a one slut maker?
Yeah, she's only she's mine, I guess. Slut. My monogamous slut.
A monogamous slut. Wow, that's a new name for it.
Well, but she, no, but yeah, just, what was I gonna say about her? Yeah, no, like I
She a
stopped running from the
monogamous slut.
sadness, huh?
Does she know she a monogamous slut?
She might be somewhat aware of it when she sees me watching videos and stuff and all that, but,
What the?
but nah, but I just wanted to say about, I stopped running too from the sad, like I remember you said stop trying to drink and or get high, don't have false happiness, like stop running from that feeling of sadness of departure that I made her my God, and I just kind of try to sit in it and just kind of but be separate of it and observe it, like as the silent prayer says, and it's helped a great deal compared to the last times I've dealt with that, where I'm trying to drink it off and control it, and then I break down, and this has been a lot better to simply observe, be still and know, as you say.
Exactly. Just
So-
relax in it, and you shall be made strong. You will overcome it. That's the only way to overcome it.
Right on.
And you never have to think about it again. But you need to do the silent prayer.
Right on.
And stay with it. All right?
Right on, Jesse.
Good. We'll tell you a monogamous slut. I said hi.
I will, for sure. Well, thanks, Jesse.
I'm glad to see you, buddy.
Great to be here.
All right. Did you have your hand? Right here. Don't let me forget, it's Irma's birthday, so we got to bring him up. All right? Okay.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
So what I'm going to share is a little bit difficult. So the last few months, I've been like socially drinking, and it's just been increasing.
You've been socially drinking?
Yeah, like I don't drink at home, like on my own. So when I go out, I've been drinking.
You've been
Okay.
drinking with him?
No,
Oh.
but so I had stopped drinking, like, because I used to drink a lot when I was in the Fallen State,
Right.
and kind of reminds me of the comment that you made during the week. I don't know which day it was at the radio show about how, you know, you feel like you've overcome and you feel like you don't need the silent prayer, or something along those lines you mentioned this week.
Oh, if you will grow and you become peaceful and life is better.
Right.
And some people stop doing the silent
Yeah.
prayer.
I had.
And they should never stop, because
Yeah.
God said, pray without ceasing.
So
But they let Satan talk them out of it.
I hadn't stopped doing the silent prayer, but because I've been drinking, I like fall asleep and I don't do it.
You drink every day?
No.
Every night?
So, like during the weekends, every other weekend,
You drink every weekend?
like a Friday or a Saturday.
Every weekend?
Every other weekend.
Every other weekend?
Yeah.
How you skip one?
Because there's times that I just,
How do you decide, I'm not going to drink this weekend?
so I'm sticking with every other weekend.
Really? Did you drink last night?
Did I did drink, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
had
drank.
like a
She always bring up
beer
that
too,
guy.
you're right, yeah.
You
Again,
know you drank. Did you drink last night?
yeah, great question, right.
Were you so drunk you forgot?
No. So I don't get drunk like that. But I recently made a trip, and I didn't realize that, I love my friend. I'm not judging her or anything, but I didn't realize how much weed she smoked, and that's something that I struggled with in the past as well.
So you smoke weed too?
I was smoking a lot of
And
weed.
drinking last night?
Not this. No. So last weekend, I wasn't here.
Last weekend you smoked and drank?
So during Thanksgiving break, I was definitely smoking weed. So
And drinking?
no, we were not drinking. So I guess that's where I'm at. I'm like kind of disappointed in myself because I had stopped doing these things, and then like I easily fall back on them, or
Right.
just how easily influenced I am,
Yeah.
right? So I guess that's just what I wanted to share.
And so what's your question for me?
I don't even know if I have a question.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess it's just
Why were you disappointed in yourself?
because I've been doing so well.
And so why were you disappointed in yourself?
Because I fell back into these struggles that I have.
And so why were you disappointed?
Because I was doing really well, not doing, like
I
not
can't hear you.
smoking. I was doing really well, like not smoking or
Right.
drinking.
Right.
Yeah, and
why
I
were you
wanted to keep that
disappointed?
Because I feel like I ruined my testimony.
What testimony? What the?
You know how we're supposed to be walking, like, we're children of God, and we're supposed to, just walk in the light. And I feel like when I do those things, I'm not walking in the light.
Right, you're not, but why are you disappointed?
I thought I had answered the question, but I don't know. That's what I think, I'm disappointed in myself because I was doing well, and how easily I was able to fall or just be influenced, and it's just disappointing how easily influenced I am, I guess.
So, Sammy, if you were over there cleaning her car, this is Sammy in the messing car wash man, boy. If you over there cleaning her car and she would tell you, oh, Samuel, I got drunk last night and I smoked some weed. I thought I was in heaven. And now I'm disappointed. What would you recommend to her? What would you say?
I would say stop judging yourself over it.
Absolutely. You can't play God with that. Otherwise, you're going to be doing it every weekend. Otherwise, you'll be inviting your friend over to your house smoking. You can't judge it. It's enough to know that you want to overcome it, but you cannot play God with it.
And can I say another thing?
Yeah.
Like how Jesse says, we're spirits, so it's all a spiritual battle, right? So of ourselves, we can't do anything. So just be aware of it. Don't judge yourself for, I was doing so well. I can't, I'm supposed to be walking in the light. I'm a daughter of God. Just be aware that it's a spiritual battle and let God handle it.
Yeah.
You just watch it, observe it.
You can't do anything about it. Are you doing the silent prayer?
I mean, not well since I've been doing the
Are you
drinking
doing
and
the
the
silent
smoking.
prayer?
Not recently, no.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I was doing it. So another thing
Are
that I
you
heard.
doing the silent prayer?
God dang it. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'll say no. I'll say no.
You're saying no?
Yeah, because I'm not.
Is there another choice?
Okay. All right, I'll go with
You
that.
sound like you're taking door number 2. You know you're not doing it. Why don't you say no?
Because I have been doing it, but it's not.
But have been doing it and doing it is not the same.
It's not. It's not.
What?
I'm asking. It's not. But I have been doing it. I probably have missed, like,
I
during
have
the.
been white before, but I'm not now.
All right, then I'll go with no. I'll go with no. I'll go with no.
But why can't you just say, no, I'm not doing it? What would happen if you said no?
Nothing. It's just like I know I've been doing it, in the past, but as of recently,
Well, the
literally
past
the few.
doesn't exist anymore.
That's true. All right, okay. With that reasoning,
If
no.
it's not happening now, you're not doing it.
Okay,
Did you do it this morning?
I did do it this morning.
Because you knew I was going to ask, huh?
No, no,
I can hear you now. Let me get my drunk self
No.
up here.
So another thing that I heard you.
So I can do the silent prayer.
Right. Yeah, I did do it this morning, and then another thing that I heard you say in the radio show this week is like not to put a timer on, and that's what I've been doing, like
I'm
20
surprised
minutes.
that so many people putting timers on.
Yeah, so I
What
tried it
the-
without it this time.
What?
I tried it without it this time.
And how was it?
I mean, I felt like I'm already on a timer, so I realized, it's been
Yeah.
25 minutes or something like that.
That's right. Satan want you to put a timer on it, so when you're doing it, you'll be thinking about the time. You open your eyes to look over at the clock and just relax and let go. Don't put a timer. Millennials? I think this is a millennial thing. No, don't put a timer. And you're right, inside, you know when to stop. It'll happen naturally. All right? But you got to do the silent prayer.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing that about the timer. I didn't think about it that way.
So next week, so did you get drunk this weekend?
I did not get drunk. I did drink last night, but I didn't get
And
drunk.
so next weekend you're off?
According to my schedule, yes, I am off next weekend.
Okay. And so the following weekend you're getting drunk again, right?
Let's hope it
Don't
doesn't
judge
happen.
yourself.
Okay, all right.
Really. All you're doing is making yourself more attracted to it by playing God. We cannot play God at all.
Okay.
It's enough to know that you want to overcome it and do the silent prayer, and He'll take the desire away from you. It'll happen.
Thank you, Jesse. I
Yeah.
appreciate
But
it.
don't judge yourself.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to get high every weekend.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
Don't judge. Do you understand that? We can't judge anybody or anything, ourselves or anyone.
Yeah.
That makes sense? That's why you're feeling bad.
Right.
All right? Anything else?
That's all. And I really appreciate the advice, so thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. Yes, sir.
Just about that, I had a question.
Okay.
So when you are struggling with something, should you just do it and just not judge
You
it?
try to avoid it as long as you can, but when the urge come really, really bad, you can't help yourself.
Uh-huh.
Stay aware and do it while you're aware. Don't go all, you know how you go unconscious when the food is good?
Yeah.
Don't go unconscious, and it's the awareness that would take it away.
Okay. Okay.
But try to avoid it.
Gotcha.
But just stay aware while, you know how when you're rolling that joint?
I don't know.
Oh, when you're smoking that pipe?
I don't know.
Were you eating chocolate brownies?
Okay, there we go.
Be aware of it, all right? But try
Okay.
to avoid it.
Okay.
But be aware. I'm telling you, it will change it.
It'll just happen naturally.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really will.
All right. Oh, and then one more thing.
Yes.
What do you think confidence is?
Confidence. That's a good question. It's fake.
It's fake.
It can be
Okay.
taken away from you.
Okay.
And that's why once you overcome fear, all that stuff all that worldly stuff, those ideas are gone.
Okay.
And you just live your life dealing with what's in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But confidence is made up, I think.
It's made up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's something I try to achieve.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
even between that, I'll struggle with, like, I don't know if I'm being confident or arrogant or whatever.
Right.
But if they're both made up, then it doesn't matter.
No, overcome the anger, man. Everything else is easy.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Confidence is fake. How you doing? No, you. Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Where you been?
We've been. You want?
No, I asked you.
Oh, okay. We
Duh.
we went to the East Coast for a little while. We kind of did like a social distance road trip. We kind of did most stuff from our car. We like went to some national parks, like
Nice.
It was fun. Yeah, so we've been gone for a long time. And then we were stuck in New Hampshire for a really long time because the California DMV was taking forever to process our new plate, so we couldn't drive. So we're just stuck there for weeks.
Amazing.
So that's why we were gone for so long.
So your husband treating you well?
Yeah.
Are you treating him well?
Yeah.
Are you treating him well?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
You treating him well?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm glad to see you. So, any questions for me?
Not really.
Are you having a baby yet?
Yeah, actually, yeah, we found out today.
Today? Right on. Wow. So you were doing more than just having a road trip. Somebody busy on the road. So you just found out today?
Yeah, like 3 hours ago.
Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Is it a boy or girl? If it's a girl, but.
You think it's a girl, but I think it's a boy.
Oh, okay. We'll see. All right. Anybody else? So the young lady here, how are you? Good. Yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
All is well?
All is well.
No woman is good. All is well.
Right,
Any
exactly.
question for me?
Not right now.
Oh,
No.
okay. How about you in the back?
Hi, thanks for asking.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, on the entire drive over here, I was crying tears of joy because I'm just so thankful that God brought me to the place that I'm at, and all the visions I had have been fulfilled, and He's just continually cleansing me, and I'm just feeling great. I'm happy. I have no anger, and
You went to your mother? Oh, Lord.
So I have the forgiveness, but she won't broach the subject. So maybe
Have you gone to your mother?
yes,
You went to your mother to forgive her?
I have definitely said that. But I don't think I've done the part where I can't. She doesn't let me say the sentences of what she did.
Have you gone to your mother to forgive her?
I would say yes.
I would say yes.
Sorry.
Sound like door number one.
I know, right? I'm definitely trying to avoid that. I have forgiven my mother. I have told her I have forgiven her.
You told her?
Yes.
And what did she say? What did you say to her?
It's
What
while
the-
she's having it.
Just all holy. I want to thank God I'm here. And the Lord blessed me along the way. And I was all teary-eyed driving. Did you forgive your mother? Oh.
She is forgiven. I don't have a good, conscious, clear memory. Would you suggest that I say it again?
If you don't have a good, conscious, clear memory, you've been hanging out with door number two.
Honestly, I have the exact same testimony. I really do. That's why I'm very thankful she shared. I'm in the exact same situation, so I feel
You
good.
alcoholic too?
Why?
Well, no wonder you all happy this morning. Lord, praise the Lord. I don't know what you come for, but I came to praise. That's right. So you drinking too?
Yes.
You're alcoholic?
I feel like I've recently had to be like, I don't think I am, but if I can't stop, that's a problem or an alcoholic?
I would think so.
Okay.
And so are you doing it every day?
Nope.
Every other weekend?
Yes.
Is this your weekend off or on?
Had one and then turned it down a bunch of times, so I feel proud of myself.
Yeah. And what do you drink?
It's either Jaeger or White Claw because they give me energy.
You drinking the same thing? Oh. You like a serious drinker, right? And so, how you do it every other weekend, you say? Or every weekend?
Well, I'm weaning off, so yeah, it's about every other.
Is it every weekend or every other?
It was every week, and last week was 0. This week was 1.
All right. And you smoke pot too?
Yes.
What the?
Medicinal, and again, weaning off.
And so, and why are you doing it? Why are you drinking like that?
Oh, it gives me energy and like gets me in the zone for the work that I do.
What kind of drink give you energy? Is that an alcoholic drink?
The White Claw?
It is?
I've never had it, but.
Oh, of course, Samuel. Samuel, like what? The White Claw?
It's real popular right now. I never had it though.
I never had it though. It's alcohol. And so, are you married?
I am not.
You live with your boyfriend?
No.
You live on your own?
No.
You live with your mother?
No.
You live with the dog?
No.
Do I need to keep guessing?
I can tell you. I live with my ex-fiance.
No wonder you're so holy. What? We have any more alcoholics? I knew you were alcoholic. Amazing. I'll come to you in a minute. And so, you want to stop doing that?
Oh, absolutely.
You do. Go forgive your mother
Okay.
and your father. Are you doing the silent prayer?
No.
And why not?
I checked it out and I needed to come back to it.
Oh, amazing. Listen, you need to be a little more serious about your life. Not tripping out serious, but just to know you need to overcome all this stuff. But you got to go and forgive. And don't be afraid of your mother. Just say, hey, I'm sorry for hating you for what you've done to me. And don't expect anything from her. Don't try to have a conversation. Don't try not to have one. But just say, hey, I'm sorry for hating you for what you've done to me. And is your father living with your mother?
Yes.
And tell him, ask him why did he protect you from her? And you're sorry for holding that against him. That make sense?
Absolutely.
Will you do it?
Yes. Especially because I'm moving out of the ex-fiance's into my parents' house.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Your mother, will she let you move in once you tell her you're sorry for hating her?
We can do it. We're in a good place. We've bonded over the book of Revelation, and so we're much closer.
Y'all not bonded. What? You need counseling?
I do not think so at all.
I think so.
Okay. Sorry, what I just meant is I got miraculously healed on July 24th.
What?
I was miraculously healed by
From
God.
what?
And so I feel
From
great.
what?
Oh, from all of my life's anger and frustration.
No, you haven't been.
You don't think so?
If you did, you will forgive your parents. You're not going to enter into the kingdom until you forgive.
Okay. I'm excited to do that. Thank you for the encouragement.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. What? If ever I needed you, Lord, I need you now. But do the silent prayer, right? You still can do your hoop and holler prayer too? You do that, right? Like, oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. You do all that?
I've done that.
Okay, once you finish, calm down and let God catch up with you and change you.
Great. Perfect.
All right?
Yes.
But
thank
do
you.
both of them until you see which one you want.
Wonderful.
All right? I'm glad you're here.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Right on. Amazing. Let me talk to this alcoholic. So you're alcoholic
Yeah.
and you smoke pot?
Nah, I hate weed. I
You
don't-
hate weed?
I don't like weed at all. No.
Oh, just drink? How often do you get drunk?
I get shit faced every day. Yeah.
What?
Every day. I get really drunk every day. Yeah.
You get really drunk every day? Are you
Yeah.
joking?
What?
Are you kidding?
Nah.
And why? Why every day?
I don't know, man.
And what do you drink?
Beer.
A
I
beer?
don't like-
One beer gets you drunk?
I don't like hard liquor. Well, I mean, I'll drink like a whole 6-pack.
What the?
Yeah.
And why? Do you try not to do it?
Yeah, I try not to. In fact, I felt like a retard last night because I go and I walk my friend's dog with him, And usually he'll drink with me, but last night he said, "Nah, I don't want to do it anymore." And I just,
Nice.
yeah, I felt stupid. So
Yeah, you were.
yeah, I know.
You felt the right way.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
But what's wrong with? Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yeah, I do it every night. I don't do it in the morning.
Why not?
I don't know. I need to do it in the morning. Yeah, I know. Actually, I
So
just
what's wrong with you that you're drinking every day?
what
6 packs.
I think
Do you have
it
a
was-
job?
I have a job.
Well, how do you go to work?
I just go.
And you drink after work?
What?
You drink after work?
Oh no, I definitely don't drink on the job. No.
Do you drink at night or during the day?
Oh, at night. Yeah.
Oh, so every night.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Every night. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That boy that was here Thursday night, does he drink too?
No. He smokes pot. He was up here. You were talking to him about pot smoking.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, he
right.
smokes pot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, okay.
That. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you how to stop in a minute. The one thing, we had a men's forum on, did you have your hair? Oh, okay. We had a men's forum on Thursday night. It was amazing. Really, really good. One thing I realized from that meeting is that, you know, God said that the road is straight and narrow, and the wide road leads to destruction. I realized that most people are not going to take the narrow road. They're not going to do it because the narrow road is a little difficult to take if you're not ready to overcome, because it requires that the ego die. And a lot of people don't want to sit still and let the ego die, especially if it doesn't die right away. If it doesn't die today, you sit and do the silent prayer for one time. But if it doesn't die, you're not going back to it because the ego will not let you be still. And millennials, especially millennials, are not accustomed to sitting still, doing nothing, being bored. And because of that, your egos won't let you sit still. You're going to have to, in order to enter the kingdom, you're going to have to overcome the anger. You're just not getting into paradise with anger, because anger is the nature of Satan. It is evil. There is no love in it. And God and Satan does not agree, and God is not going to let you into the kingdom with that anger. It's just not going to happen. And it have to be real, because I notice some people pretend that they're over the anger, and they'll do all right for a little bit, and then you say something to them, they ticked off just like that. They forgot to pretend that they're not angry. And so you can't fake it. You either overcome it or you don't. And a lot of people are not going to overcome it because they're not going to be still. They're unwilling to lose their family. And once you wake up, you will lose your family members. You're going to lose your friends. But the beauty about that a lot of people don't realize, the family members are not your real family anyway. And you should be glad to see that they're not your real family. Because if they were your real family, you would be able to be yourself around them, whether you agree or disagree. Your friends are not your real friends. That's why you're not able to be yourself around them. So be glad when you see that. But you got to let it go. And then down the road, God will put decent people in your life. It will happen. You only have to be alone for a while. And that aloneness is really good because it's connecting you to the Father. You're overcoming the world and you're returning to the Father. And a lot of people are just not going to do it. I'm stunned at the number of people that won't do the silent prayer. And then they'll walk around thinking that, oh, I don't need to do it. I got it. And they don't know that when you return to the Father, you're constantly growing. You're discovering. You're overcoming. It's not like you just go forgive mama, return to Father, and that's it. You got to pray to overcome all that other stuff that you're dealing with. And a lot of people are not doing it. It's so, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, just stuff like that, I don't care. But I would recommend it. And I've been doing it for 30 years nonstop, no matter how tired I am, where I travel to, because I've heard so many, plus that's what woke me up. But I've heard so many stories of people who have started and stopped, and now they've fallen back into that old way again. Satan is encouraging you to not do it. It's not God telling you not to do it. It's Satan telling you, and he'll give you reasons why you shouldn't do it, and you still believe it a lie. God's saying pray without ceasing because he want to bring you to a higher level of consciousness, not the lower level of consciousness. There's an intellect that is low, and all the people with degrees and all that, that's what they're operating on, knowledge, right? But he want to bring you above that, and that's where you want to be. But if you don't be still, allow him to happen, cause that to happen, it's not going to happen. And you're going to eventually find that you're back in the same old hole you left. And I hear it all the time. Thursday night at the meeting, even though I can't say what it is, I was stunned at the number of people that's not doing the silent prayer, and Satan has convinced them not to do it. He has them thinking that they're just aware all day anyway. It's so dumb, but I understand it. That's why I say suffer and die. Because that's what God's going to let you do. You're going to suffer and die. It's just the way it is. It's a spiritual battle. Any questions about that? You can't get into the heaven with anger. You must repent. And repent. Anyone who has anger is evil and cannot be trusted. You cannot trust an angry person. They will turn on you at some point because they have no love, they have fear, they have doubt, they're jealous, they're envious, they are depressed, all kind of stuff. And you're not going to get into heaven with that. You got to stop playing God. And anyone who has anger is playing God. You are playing God, whether you admit it or not. You're judging. And anger is hatred. It's hatred. It just, through the years, they've renamed it from hatred to resentment to anger to make it sound better, but it's still evil. And you cannot trust a person like that. Satan is your daddy. So you gotta do what you want, but I recommend you do the silent prayer. I can't make you overcome. I'm only pointing the way how to overcome, but no human being can change you. No preacher, no teacher, no experts. And they have all these phony experts on TV, right? They don't know anything. The preachers and dumbest are doing that. What you're looking for is inside of you. The kingdom of heaven is within. And everything that you want is in there. Everything you need to know is there. And you will grow into it, but you got to do the silent prayer. What's wrong with y'all? This is something else. Who is not doing it again? Let me see the hands of those who are not doing it. Wow. Even Esteban. Look at him looking silly. I'm stunned that you don't do it. Why don't you do it? Yeah.
It was what we were talking about before. I started to, and I was on like a nice ride with it, and things were going pretty well. And then it's exactly what we talked about. Like you kind of just say, I'll skip this morning, and then.
What do you mean things were going pretty well, and then you stopped?
I don't know. Like I guess I felt like I had more of a grip on all the thoughts and all the anger and resentment.
And why did you feel that way?
Well, I can definitely attest that a lot of the control I had over that, I could see how me doing the silent prayer led to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's like you just get
I'm stunned that you're not doing it, man. You come here looking all holy.
No, I don't. No,
I'm like, look, there go a holy white man.
Well, no. Well, no. So like last night.
What the?
So no, I kept a routine for like a while, and like I got back into it, a couple nights ago, and then so like I'll read like a couple things in the Bible, just not like just to memorize, just to like keep a refresher, like how we talk about it, and then I'll sit and do a silent prayer, and then when I feel like I'm tired enough, I'll just go right to bed, and that's like a nice. And I notice that the nights I do that, I have really great. I sleep really well.
Absolutely.
But for some reason, it's the mornings that I have trouble with. I'll wake up and it's just for some reason I feel like I just got to get the day going, and I just sort of put it off, and then.
So you just stop.
Yeah, but like I've been pretty consistent with doing it at night though. It's just.
So Satan told you to do it at night. Don't worry about the daytime.
I guess.
You got to get to work.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you say, "Okay, Daddy."
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I guess I just gotta commit to it. I don't know there's no excuse really.
Well,
It's
just suffer.
You're
Because
right.
That's what's going to happen.
Right.
Are you already suffering?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse. I don't want to scare you.
No, please scare me. I
I'm
probably
not-
need it.
I know.
I probably need that. Go ahead, scare me.
I don't understand it. I mean, I understand how Satan works.
Yeah.
But eventually, years from now, you will grow up and Satan will be way out there, but you're still going to have to pray. You're going to have to be quiet so you can see.
I know. I noticed it's a lot like what I brought this up a couple Sundays ago about how is that really what life is like for Christians that really want to commit to it? Is that like 99% just being on the defensive? You know what I mean? Against
It's being what now?
being like on the defensive.
Yeah.
Is that what we're meant to be?
No.
Okay.
When you say under defensive, what do you mean?
Defending against evil, against all the wrong that's out there, all the sin.
You're going to always have to deal with evil.
Yeah.
But when you overcome evil, you have a spirit that fights for you on your behalf. He will work through you to defeat evil. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
But you can't do it. That's why you need to live in the present so you can see it coming.
It just feels like certain time, like a lot of days, you almost feel like a little burnt out from.
Because you're not doing the silent
Yeah,
prayer.
fair enough. Yeah.
What? You're on your own. Well, not really. Satan is with you.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're never on your own.
Right.
I can't believe and you look so holy.
All right. Maybe I guess I got to live up to that then. Yeah.
But I recommend you go back to it.
No, I totally get it. Yeah.
That is mind blowing. Okay.
Thanks.
And why did you stop, Esteban?
Oh, well, I was doing
Esteban
it.
went from being a street preacher, reading the Bible, speaking in tongues, beating up the gays.
That part is not true.
I thought you, but then y'all used to go out on the street and beat up the gays when you were
No,
ministering?
never.
Oh, they just yelled at you guys.
They threw stuff at us, yeah.
They threw stuff at you.
Like water and food, yeah.
Was that pee?
No, at least not me, no. Not pee.
Okay. And so why?
I can
why'd
imagine they do that though, but.
Why'd you stop?
So like I was doing it every day, morning and night, and I was doing pretty well, like in life.
Yeah.
So like I stopped doing it because I was doing pretty well.
Isn't
And
that something? It looked like it was something helping me. I'm going to stay with it. I'm not going to get away from it. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so stopped doing it. And like I didn't notice any difference, like, like when I stopped doing it.
Right.
But like I haven't done it in a little while, but when you start doing it again, you kind of catch up, and I realized I was a little bit behind, so to speak. So it does make a difference. Like when I did it again, it was like it's like I got caught up, started catching up with what was going on, and then you realize there's a bunch of stuff that you're just not aware of.
Yeah. Amazing. So are you going to start back?
Yeah, I have to because I want to go back to the way things were. Like when everything was going well, and like now that I did it again, I realized how it started going downhill a little bit at work and stuff like that.
Yeah. When God said, "Be still and know Him, pray without ceasing," did you say He was playing? He didn't really mean it. Did I see your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say He didn't mean it or what?
Or like when you're doing the prayer, everything just comes so easy that you start thinking that you're just like so close to God and that you're doing so well, and that you're just kind of I don't know if it's confident, but you're just like everything's going so well that you don't think you need it, and everything seems so easy that you don't think you need anything else. But when you stop doing it, kind of messes up everything, and you realize that I guess you do need it.
Amazing. Isn't that interesting? When things are going well, they stop doing it.
You feel like you crossed over.
You feel like you crossed over?
Yeah.
Into what?
To the Holy Land.
What?
You're back in the garden.
Now you're in the kingdom with the Father. You don't need to talk to Him anymore.
I imagine that's how it feels.
You imagine. You still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. James, did I see your hand?
No, I was raising my hand for something else.
Oh, I'm about to say, not the hate report. This young man right here in the blue shirt, and then Samuel. No, you. Are you doing it
Yes.
every day?
Yes.
Every night?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes.
Every night?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes.
Every night?
Yes.
Nice.
But I do
Oh.
It's not that kind of but. It's but I find myself like I'll get up after I do it and I judge it, whether it was good or bad, or whether I did a good job or a bad job, or my mind drifted too much, and I don't always feel positive after it.
Because you listen to Satan.
Yeah, I know.
So
I need to shut him up.
no, just know that it's him. It's not you. It's not from God, and be fine. It'll pass.
All right.
But don't let Satan say, "Oh, that wasn't a good one," and you're like, "You're right."
That's what he says every time, and I say, yeah, you're right.
You do say that to him?
Yeah, I do.
What the?
I know. I know. I walk away saying I
But
gotta
don't
do better.
you know you're talking to the devil?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to stop me from doing it.
You like talking to the devil?
I've done it for so long, I guess I'm just used to it.
Yeah. That's horrible.
I know.
Suffer.
All right.
But don't talk to the devil because he's trying to draw you out of it. He's trying to make you doubt it. He tell you, oh, things are well now. You don't need to pray anymore. You crossed over to the promised land.
I'm not in the promised land.
He is.
Yeah, I know. I'll follow him.
Yeah. And Levi, are you doing it too?
Mornings, but not every night.
And why not?
I get lazy at night sometimes.
See, only a few people are going to enter the kingdom. Well, sorry to leave you behind, Levi. Do it every day and every night, man. Commit to it.
Oh, well.
And it'll become natural after a while. It'll be no problem. It's not a problem. Make sure you do it every night.
Oh, well.
All right?
Can I ask you one quick question?
Yes.
Like, as a father with kids and a wife, is it your responsibility to make them do it too, or at least to...
You definitely should suggest it, but if you're not doing it, it won't work.
I'm doing it, just not very good.
But you can't judge it like that.
I know, I got to stop
doing
doing
that.
that.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely encourage them to do it.
All right.
All right? But don't force it on them. They may have to suffer more.
All right.
All right? Right here.
I wanted to add to the silent prayer topic that it's like you say, it's a ongoing process in the sense that you
It's not
have
even a process, it's a way of life. You know, it's life itself. You will develop into manhood, womanhood. You become a son or daughter of God. It's a way of life. It's like, it's everything, it's paradise.
Okay, yeah.
You communicate with your father, whereas before you were turned away from your father in pure hell, and now you're turned back to him, it's heaven, it's paradise.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's a lifestyle because the more you do of the silent prayer, God is revealing to you like the way you should handle things.
Absolutely.
And lets you see.
Yeah.
He lets you see yourself like clearly, to where you can see evil, and once you deal with evil in yourself, it's like automatic, like you dealing with evil in the right way outside
100%.
in the world.
It's amazing how that worked that way.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so one thing that God is like letting me see clear now is the lie that the world says is that, oh, everything happens for a reason. So like, for example, if you're driving down the road and then you hit something, right? You hit a light pole. You're going to be like, Satan's going to try to tell you to believe, oh, it was because maybe down the road you would have hit a baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Or maybe it would have killed somebody. But no, there's a reason why everything happens.
There's a cause and effect for everything.
Yeah, it's a cause and effect. The reason comes behind the event. So in that example would be, the car example would be that you weren't aware while you were driving, so you made that mistake.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting. I'm seeing how Satan like works in the imagination in the sense that, for example, another example, you meet somebody, right? I'm a man and I meet a woman and like, oh, I must have met her for a reason. Like, that's gonna be my wife. I'm like, one day, something like that, right?
Slut maker.
But there's,
Okay.
But yeah, that's Satan will tell you, your thoughts will tell you, oh, you met her for a reason. Like all these imaginations that you start bringing up in your mind, and then it will just set you up to where you're like, hey, that's my wife? Okay, let me do this, do that for her. But it's a setup, you know?
It really is. If Satan telling you it's your wife, it ain't your wife. All right? Don't believe it. A lot of people think, well, Jesse said, God gonna give me a woman, and there's a woman in your life, right? And say like, this is your wife, and you marry her and catch hell.
Yeah.
You're like, what the? But yeah.
And pretty much the point of all that is that it's only the moment that exists with God, you know? It's only the moment that exists. You can't look to the past, judge yourself, like with Marlene. I'm just using her as an example. You can't judge yourself for something that you're doing, that you did in the past.
You can't have any opinion at all about it.
And then
None.
Another example is like with the silent prayer. Like you can't do the silent prayer and believe the thoughts telling you like, oh, I'm gonna do it, so my life will be amazing after. You just gotta do it. Like live that lifestyle, put God first, and then everything
That's
will
right.
be.
Don't do it. That is so deep, man.
That's deep.
You're something else, boy. You don't do it with any expectation at all. And don't go back to it because you think, oh, I'm going back to it because my life's going to be amazing. You go back to it because you want to be one with the Father. You want to be back with your Father. And whatever happens, happens, right? But you can't have an agenda. You can't think, oh, life's going to be amazing. I got to do it morning and night. Otherwise, Satan will steal your soul, and he will destroy you. He will, and that's what you want back. You want your soul back. You want your identity back, which is of the Father. And so that's the only thing, the reason you want to go back. And the Father will take care of you. It'll be fine. And as Sammy was saying, once you see that evil inside of you, the warfare that's going on inside of you, you're going to see it outside in others. You really will. And that's what protects you from the world. It's so amazing. All right? What are you thinking? About you another drink?
No. It's just, it's probably silly what I'm going to say, but it's just like having hope. It's not the end of the world, and just keep moving forward. And I'm glad that I shared my experiences because I feel like people were able to express whatever they were struggling with. But yeah, just it's not over. There's still hope.
What's the difference between faith and belief?
From what I understand, I think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing?
Yeah.
You think faith and belief is the same thing?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
What comes to mind is that I believe, well, now that I'm thinking about it, so yeah, I believe that Jesus Christ, was here and died and rose again on the third day. But a lot of people, I guess, believe that.
A whole bunch of people believe
right.
that. But their lives are all messed up.
Right. I know, like, even the demons, believe that too. But perhaps faith is different. Just trusting, right? It would be trusting that things will all be well.
That's the difference between faith and belief?
Yeah.
Are you guessing?
No, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yes, a lot of people believe in Jesus, but they don't necessarily trust him or have faith in him. So for me, trust, it's the same thing as faith. I don't know if that makes sense.
The young man right next to you want to respond, and then I'll come to you. Buddy. What's the difference between faith and belief? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, there was a video of this girl who's said something similar to that. She says, demons believe Jesus exists. She believes the devil exists, but doesn't mean that she's a follower of the devil. And so faith is to put your trust in Jesus, in God. And I think that's, you could believe in God, and not rely on him. And so then that would mean that you don't have faith. But when you start to rely on him or, place your trust in him, that's faith.
Which do you have, faith or belief?
Both.
You have both?
Hmm.
And what are they again? What is belief?
Belief is just knowing that God exists. Faith is putting your trust in him, like your whole life, everything, placing the trust that God would provide for you.
Okay. And are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for me?
No.
Is this your first time here?
No.
Oh, okay. Good, man. Yes, sir. Okay.
So just the comment on our encouragement for doing the silent prayer. I've been doing it for a while, and I've noticed some things that started to change in my life. For example, my ex-wife did a group text to the kids, and she put me on it, and I read the text, and I was pissed off, and I said it right there. I texted her back because she made a correlation to getting a gift and having value, and I was like, what are you talking about? Our kids' value is not based on the gift that they get. Their value is who they are. It's God-given. So I just ranted about that. And I think before I would have just not said anything about it.
But why were you ticked off?
That I had to look at. I think I was mad not at what she said or the moment. It was based on, for so many years I was silent when she would do things that I knew were contrary to the truth.
Right.
I didn't stand up to it. But I noticed that in the silent prayer, I was able just to go back, relax, and.
So after you finished your ranting, you went and did the silent prayer?
Well, after I said what I
It's like
said.
going and taking a drink, right?
Well, after I said what I.
I'm so mad, I need a drink.
Well, my ranting was is always in my head. It wasn't what I wrote down. I wrote down just clearly what the truth was. I did say that just to stand up for my kids and let them know, say, no, this is wrong.
Yeah, but you can't be angry.
Yes, that's why I had to go back and look at why I was angry. And I did go back and I just relaxed in the silent prayer and said, okay, God,
Next
show me the
time,
truth.
what I recommend, instead of ranting when you get angry, relax in the anger. And don't fight it at all. Don't overreact to it. You still can write your note, a reasonable note, but don't run from the anger. Don't overreact to the anger so you can overcome it. You got to endure it, take the pain of it so you can overcome it. And then next time a situation comes, you'll be ready for it. You wouldn't get angry.
Yeah.
Because there will come a day when nothing or no one can make you angry.
Well, I was going to say that was the next thing, because that was like a month ago. And recently, my daughter's been going through some issues and with her mother. And so I've noticed I don't have a feeling one way or another about it. It's, God's working on her. My wife has to deal with it. And my wife tried to bring me in the middle of it. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? That was my feeling. And I didn't get mad. I didn't get upset. I just it just was.
Okay.
And so, and my daughter now is an adult. She can handle herself. And so I don't need to be in the middle of it. Don't need to take sides with one way or the other. It just is. And I've noticed that that's a change in me because I didn't get angry one way or the other. I didn't get upset. And I know that was due to the silent prayer.
The one thing I want, I just realized this, is that you need to stay with the silent prayer, because at some point, you're not going to measure it on whether you're angry or not. There's so much more to it. So much more you're going to discover. And you're just going to love being a son of God without, I never think about if I'm angry or not anymore. I never think about my mother or my father. I had to go and forgive them. It's much more than that. The anger, just getting rid of the anger by admitting that you're not God, allows you in. But once you get into the kingdom, then life becomes amazing. You don't think about anger anymore. It's not even part of your nature. And you find yourself just dealing with life and overcoming and enduring and overcoming, you don't think about anger anymore. So don't measure it based on if you have anger or not, because that'll stop you right there. As Samuel said, you can't have any idea about anything. You just have to live in the presence of God.
Okay, and that brings me to the third thing to share is just, and one evening of silent prayer, it was kind of the weirdest experience, but the most peaceful, because it was kind of like nothing. I was just sitting there, allowing, observing the thoughts, and then all of a sudden I felt this, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like nothingness, but yet peace, but yet just comfort, just kind of being there. And it was such a wonderful place to be and a weird place to be. And I was just like, and then I started having the thoughts like, where are you? What's going on? I was thinking, no. I just said, whatever, to that. And I just stayed there. And I felt after that was such a wonderful place. And can't even really describe it. I mean, even the words I'm saying doesn't really help wrap it around. But I understand that was my time with God and God with me, which was wonderful. And I think it's the process. Where that's why I totally agree about the anger that I was measuring by, am I angry anymore? Have I done this or have I done that? And that time it wasn't, I didn't put any measurement on it. It just was.
Nice. Amazing. Do y'all understand that you can't say, oh, I'm over anger, so I'm free now, right? And then you start measuring your life based on that? It's much more than that. It's life itself. It's like you're just living in paradise and dealing with life and overcoming and discovering and just being. But I think I could be wrong, that I guess one of the reasons people stop the prayer is because they think they're over the anger, so they don't need to pray anymore. You got to have a mindset of God. He'll renew your mind. All right? It's much more than that. Don't let Satan deceive you. Let me take right here. Did you have your hand? Okay.
Just wanted to answer your question, but what was your question?
What he want to answer a question that he doesn't know what the question is. You drink?
No.
You smoke pot?
No.
You smoke pot?
No.
You never smoke pot?
I have smoked pot,
But you don't smoke pot?
I don't smoke.
Nice. What's the difference between belief and faith?
Okay, so belief is like that whole intellectual thing, like you know about it, you read about it, you study it, you're taught it, that kind of stuff. Faith is understanding that you don't know anything, you can't do anything, and so you have total faith in God.
You're right there almost. Faith is up here, belief is here. Belief is what the intellectuals have. They go and read the books, they get the degrees, they read the Bible, they quote the scriptures, they get master's degrees, they become experts. They only live by belief. They have no faith in God. Faith is above that. And you live by that. It's a way of life. It's everything. And you never doubt. You just live your life. But if you notice the intellectual people, they know the Bible. They can hoop and holler. Or they have a master's degree. And they're trying to be experts. Except the real experts are my experts. Because they live by faith, right? But belief is not real. It's just ego. You got to go above that and have faith in God. You really do believe in Him, and you never doubt. And no one can take that away from you. No one can make you doubt it. No situation can make you doubt it. You can get drunk tonight or next weekend.
The weekend after.
Oh yeah, weekend and a half. And you would never doubt. You probably wouldn't get drunk either, but let's say you got drunk. Your girlfriends came over, you got drunk. You wouldn't get up judging yourself. You just know, wow, that was stupid. I was pretty drunk last night. Wow. But it wouldn't, right, you wouldn't judge it. And you are less likely to do it again if you have faith in God. Faith is up here. It's perfect love. There's no doubt, no fear, no worry, no insecurities. Are you still married?
Yes.
Where's your husband?
Moving out of his old place.
Oh, okay. That's a newlywed. What's her name? No, her name. Louisa. How's it going? Louisa got married 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks, yes.
Has it been 2 weeks?
I think so.
Did you guys have a fight already?
No, no.
You still like him?
Yes, very much.
How does it feel to be married?
It feels good. It feels really good. It's weird because someone asked me, actually my little sister's boyfriend asked me, he was like, he made a comment the day after. He was like, oh, so are you happy that now you like get to beat him up and stuff like that? And I was like, what? I was like, it's complete opposite. Like, I actually feel like I respect him even more so
Nice.
now than I ever did.
Yeah.
I was like, and it's something that just completely changed, where my respect for him, it's so much higher than it ever was.
Are you pregnant?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2.
What the? What are you waiting on? No.
We're waiting on God.
That's right. Wait on the Lord.
When He says it's the
Yeah,
time.
they had a beautiful wedding too. It was really well done.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah, I can tell, but it was beautiful.
Cheryl helped a lot. It was
Right
just
on.
big help.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, James. And then here, I think. All right. And then we got to start winding down. But you got to do the silent prayer. No human being can cause you to go into the kingdom. We can talk about this until we're black and blue in the face, but if you don't overcome your resentment, your anger, your hatred, it's never going to work. God will just let you suffer. He'll let you end up on Skid Row. He'll let you end up with many babies out of wedlock, and he'll just let you die, and then he'll make some more babies. He's not going to miss it. You're just a dead flower. He doesn't care. Isn't that something? Do you believe that? Yeah. Really, he'll just let you die. He'll let you be homeless. He'll let your boyfriend beat you up. He'll let your girlfriend beat you up. He doesn't care. He made the way. It's up to you to take the way. Be still, know him, pray without ceasing. Yes.
Luis Garcia in Periscope says, Jesse, what should I do when I try to correct my wife? She says, I thought you have love.
You tell her that's why I'm correcting you, because I do have love. And don't get angry at her. Just really, don't get angry. Well, you can't get angry if you don't have it. But correct her with perfect love, and in about 50 years she'll come around, and then you would die. It's just the way it is. Sorry. Okay. Is this about your alcoholic? No. Oh. Yes, right here, real fast. And then sure, you know how to read? Yes. You read well? Pretty well. You do? Do you read like a white person or a black person? You read like Joel or Chris? In between. Oh, like Nick. I want you to come and read something for me. Okay, if you don't mind. Yes.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that I think it was interesting that the gentleman over here was saying how he felt when he was doing the silent prayer, because I really do think that the silent prayer or meditation, whatever you want to call it, is the true connection between above the firmament and below where we are. Because when my father was dying...
and I can't hear this from you because you're not doing it. You're just
talking
talking intellectual smack.
No. Oh, yeah, okay.
You come back when you're off the bottom.
Okay. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
And the reason I'm cutting them off, because you can easily learn this stuff, and a lot of people are learning it, and they can just spout it out like they're walking on clouds, but go home and get drunk.
Yeah.
You don't believe yet what you have learned. Your intellect is in the way.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want to hear from you.
Okay.
Get behind me, Satan. It's so easy. The intellect is so deceptive. It's so easy to learn it. And then you go out there, chest all puffed up and speaking it. And it sounds like the truth, but you really don't know what you're talking about. You don't know it until you can live it. You got to be it. That makes sense?
100%.
Yeah, so forget what.
Shit, I agree with you.
What you say?
I said I'm full of shit. I agree.
Yeah, you do. You sound full of it. And so cut it out, man. Forget about all you've learned. Really, let it all go. And just do the silent prayer. Be aware. Let it go. And when Satan tries to remind you of what you've learned, don't repeat him. Just let it go. And don't try to look too good to people. You're trying to look all good. So when the church service is over, everybody come up, oh, that was really nice. You walking on water. They don't know you swimming in beer. You still come to the meeting and tell you, but stop it.
Okay.
Don't look good to your friends or anyone.
No, it's not about caring about looking good. I just thought that was interesting.
No, but no. You about to go all down into the hemisphere and the second dimension. And then we all think you're wonderful and you know what you're talking about. But you don't. That makes sense? I realize, and then we have a lot of people on pot and they get up and quote the scriptures and just high because they've learned the word. You have to be careful because Satan is something else. Satan he would teach you the Bible. He would teach you you gotta stop hating your mama. And you start doing it and repeating it, and everybody thinks you're wonderful. And behind closed doors, you catch a hell. Life is miserable, but your ego is feeling good. You want your ego to die. It's a living word. You have to become it and live it, not just repeat it. That makes sense? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Oh.
I'm gonna come to you in a minute. You look. You high or you just look, you feeling bad? Okay. No, man, it's good, so I'll come back to you in a minute. Yes.
I still wanted to hear what he had to say.
Because
just because you're not doesn't mean you don't have anything to fellowship about or
nothing.
But well, so he could say it, and then we could all of the people that do the prayer night and day that are born again and see everything clearly can all say, "Oh, I see clearly he's full of crap."
He's gonna sound good. You're gonna learn it and repeat it. You'll go home tonight and repeat it. No, he need to get over it.
So the only people that can talk in church are the people that are
just this one can
pray every morning and night.
Everybody else can. He need to get himself together. He got to overcome the ego. All right?
Well, most of us do.
And don't be so nosy. You just nosy. Oh, Lord, I want to hear what he has to say. Praise the Lord. See how Daddy told the son to shut up and Mama like, no, let him talk.
No, it's not about Mama.
Let him talk. Your
Censorship.
Daddy,
I'm anti-censorship.
Don't let Mama follow you outside. What were you gonna say, baby? Don't fall for it, all right? All right. Okay. Come on. Yeah, come on. So what happened was, on the radio show, we played the poem, If. Y'all heard that? And I love that poem. It is like salvation itself. It explains what salvation is. And so I got it in the mail the other day from John Griggs. Is that right? Griggs. Griggs. Out of Dallas. So thank you, John. It is amazing. And he put it in a frame and everything. Isn't that nice? I want you to listen closely to this. This is salvation. It really is. I don't know how this guy explained it, but he had to know what he was talking about in order to put it in words like this.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a little long.
Yeah, it is. But it's called If by, what's his name?
Rudyard Kipling.
What is it? Oh,
Rudyard
Lord.
Kipling.
I knew I should have got a white person in. I was trying to be nice.
It's okay.
Yeah, try to support the blacks.
Okay. If you can keep your head when all
little louder.
okay, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good, not talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you give your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, not lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Amazing. Isn't that nice? And what I want you to know that I didn't know, thank you, Cheryl. That's amazing. I appreciate it, yeah. What is nice about that, when you learn how to endure pain, like if someone threatened to take something from you, or say something negative about you, you know, right away Satan will make you think, oh, people are gonna think you're bad or something, right? If you can take that pain, but yet go your way and don't murmur and don't worry, just overcome it, you start to overcome all these things, and when the world come at you, it wouldn't bother you at all. But you gotta go through the silent prayer, you gotta learn to sit still, so when the pain comes, you don't overreact. You don't go get high. You don't get drunk. You don't go have sex. You don't make sluts. Well, only one slut. You just really, but you gotta endure the pain. That pain that the mind caused you to have, that you're gonna lose something, or someone's gonna think something about you, or your house will be taken away. You gotta overcome that, and in that, you're overcoming the world. And then once you do that, you're God's son or daughter. But you got to endure the pain. You got to endure it. Don't get high. The doctor tell you, oh, here's a pill. You're depressed, here's some medication for you. You don't want that. It's spiritual, and there's nothing you need to take or should take for it. You should overcome it. But you got to face it. You got to go to the pain and take it. You got to take the pain. And don't worry about how long it's going to last. How long the pain going to last? It's going to last until it's over. You just know God is with you, He's working on it, and do what you're doing in the day or whatever you do, and it'll pass. But you gotta come back to the Father so He can take care of you. I didn't know that until I went through it, because no one told me, oh, Jesse, you need to endure the pain. And I had no one to talk to about it. So I just endured. And then I noticed the pain was gone, and the thing that bothered me doesn't bother me anymore. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. So now I don't mind the pain at all, since I know what it's for. That's what the pain is for. Your ego is dying. And you will be in the world, but not of it. You won't care about what they're thinking. And the world is messed up right now. And so you want to be in it, but not of it. And God will make that happen for you. So you got to take the pain. All right? Do you know what I mean by the pain? And what am I talking about? How you doing?
I'm doing, I guess.
What's wrong?
Huh?
What's wrong?
Well, it's been a crazy year for everybody.
How about for you? What's wrong?
My craziness started towards the end of last year. I spoke about it here a few months back. I got involved with a girl who moved in with me. I allowed her to move in, and
A little loud for me.
yeah. So this girl that moved in with me last year, we dated for a few months, and I decided that it just wasn't working. So I asked her to leave, and she would not leave.
She would not leave?
No.
Was it your place?
Yeah.
Why you just throw her out the window or something? It's not a choice.
I mean,
You're leaving. Oh, you gonna leave here?
I gave her some time, I gave her a certain amount of time, and she just would not leave. And so I did start packing her things. And so one night, she came and she noticed that all of her things were packed up, and she started getting physical. And all I tried to do was lock myself in the room, and she kept trying to open the door. And so I faked a call to the police.
You faked it?
I faked
Why do you
it.
make it real?
I just didn't want to go down
put
that
these
road.
women in jail.
Yeah.
Put them in jail and leave them there.
Well, long story short, she ended up calling the police for real.
Are you?
Yeah.
And you went to jail.
I went to jail.
You got what you deserved.
She put me in jail
Because
4
you should have
times.
called her. How many times?
4 times.
But how did she get to you 4 times?
Well, the police wouldn't do anything either because of these squatter laws in California. They allowed her to stay. And,
In your place?
Yeah. So, and she went as far as to taking contracts that she created, forging my signature, taking them to the court, and having an extended squatting
Why
stay.
did you arrest her then? Have her arrested for doing that and put her in prison? It's better than
She
in jail.
burglarized. I called the police. She had broken the doors. She broke the locks. She got arrested for burglary. Even then, they would not put her in jail.
And where is she now?
Well, she's finally gone. She's been out for several months now.
So
All
what's
all the charges were dismissed.
what?
Yeah, all the charges that were brought on me were dismissed. So I stayed on top of it. I had me and my public defender just stayed on top of the whole case throughout the whole year. And
So what did you learn from this?
well, it's crazy because I wish I could have heard everything that you have to say like before this whole incident, because it totally just describes everything that I've done wrong.
Yeah. And so now you're staying away from all that and doing it the right way?
Totally. I mean,
Do you ever
there-
see her?
oh, heck
Yeah.
no.
If you ever see her driving down the road, you
nightmares.
call the cops.
Yeah.
All right?
Definitely. I mean, it's wow, life-changing experience. Just
Yeah.
never imagined going through this type of hell.
Yeah. Well,
But
good.
it's-
So you all right now? You're doing fine?
Yeah, I'm better. Just kind of rolling with the punches with COVID and being laid off from work. I'm a freelance graphic designer, so things have been really, really rough lately in terms of work.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I am, but I'm also
Suffer.
I'm suffering too.
Suffer and die.
I'm suffering too.
Why
so.
are you not doing it?
I am, but it's just
Well, what's
it's
the
an everyday
but?
struggle. It's an everyday struggle. Even though I do it, Satan's still there, just chatting it up with me.
What do you mean?
He's in my head.
Right. That's where he operates, out in the head.
Yep.
But don't pay him any attention. It's not true what he's telling you.
I know, and it's crazy. I do notice the benefits
Are you
of the
doing
silent
it
prayer.
morning and night?
Yeah.
Every morning, every night?
Yeah.
Every morning, every night?
Even during the day.
Every morning, every night?
Every morning, every night.
All right. Stay with it, and they'll get away from you. All right? But stay with it. God will help you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
All right? And then just learn you got what you deserve by getting with a woman, not being married, and we get what we deserve.
Yeah. Totally.
Doing it the wrong way. And at the time, we don't know that. One thing I have to say about women, sorry, ladies, did y'all make y'all donation yet? Oh, you might not make a donation after what I'm about to say. And the one thing that I can honestly tell you about women are evil. They have an evil spirit. It's not them, but they have an evil spirit, and they will kill you. They will literally kill you. And they will get high from killing you. Isn't that right? Yeah, see? Put her on the mic. I know. Is that right?
From watching murder shows, yes.
Am I wrong about that?
No, women have a bigger problem with ego than men, I think.
Yeah, they have an evil spirit, and they get life from killing you. That's why men die first, because they don't know how to handle that. But if the women overcome their mothers and return to the Father, they will receive the Father spirit as well, and that spirit will be gone. So ladies, you gotta overcome that. Otherwise, you can't help yourself but destroy. She got high off you, man. Taking your life was everything to her. But it was your fault because you were in there in the wrong way. You weren't married to her, you let her move in, you were having sex out of wedlock. So we get what we deserve. That make sense? Yeah. So just learn from it, be grateful that she's gone, do the silent prayer, and other things will open up for you as well. All right? Are you looking for a job now?
Yeah, I got hired for another gig Friday.
Oh, you got hired? Right on. You got a new job. Good, man. Well, stay with the silent prayer. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't hate her. Stay away from her, but don't hate her. And don't let her come back around, oh, I'm sorry. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. You might not get another chance. All right? Okay. Am I right about women having that evil spirit?
Yeah, you're right.
All right? Yeah. Have you overcome yours?
I have, yeah. But
Nice.
I still have to resist, like, bad, Satan's telling me, do bad stuff. It's really hard. You got to resist every single day.
You said when he come on all happy and smiling, and Satan is like, he been with another woman. Kill him. Right?
Yeah.
And you resist that, huh?
Yeah, I resist that.
Nice. Yeah, ladies, don't listen to the devil. And the reason for it, women are closer to hell. Satan is their dad and God is the man dad. But you still can come back, especially if you don't have a husband, you can come straight to the Father. But if you have a husband, you have to go through him. All right? Okay. Oh, let me do this. I have a brand new biblical questioner. What is it, Nick?
Why shouldn't men allow women to take over?
Why shouldn't men allow women to take over? Why shouldn't men allow women to take over? Real fast.
Like I said before, women have a bigger problem with ego. They're more like playing God, and I think it's biologically driven because women have to keep infants alive.
Driven.
Well,
It's pure
I think,
hell.
but it's all part of the creation. Like creation has to be this way, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, I think women are much more in the mindset of playing God. And it needing to control everything and thinking that they are going to be the saviors of the world. And that's...
They do. They think that they're God.
Yeah, they think they're God.
They even call the black woman queen. I'm like, what the? Have you gotten over that spirit of hell in you?
I feel like I have,
Have
but
you?
I do. But I'm still a mess. I'm still a mess.
So that
But
spirit's still in you?
I feel like I see it now, and
that
I don't feel
spirit
like
still
I
in
don't
you?
feel like my emotions control me anymore. I don't know.
Is that spirit still in you?
I want to say no,
Oh, you want to lie.
but
She want to lie. I want to lie. Is that spirit
But I-
still in you?
I still want to say no.
You
But
want-
but I'm not perfect. I'm still
Is
a
that
mess.
spirit still in you? One last time and then I got to go.
I feel like I'm going to say yes because you want me to say yes.
No.
You don't care what I
I want you to be
say?
honest with you, so if it is, you can overcome it.
If I see it, is that still in me? I don't feel like
It's
it's
in
making
you.
a home in me.
What?
I don't feel like it's making a home in me.
And so where do you see it if it's not in you?
I don't think it's.
Lord, have mercy.
I don't think it's in me. I just know according to your
Joel was
standard, I'm
growing
not
an
born
afro
again, so
while
I don't
you
know what to
talking.
say. According to your standard, I'm definitely not born again.
No,
But-
it's not my standard.
but
It's God's standard.
Okay.
Do you still have that angry spirit?
Not with my husband.
Do you still have that angry spirit? I ain't asked you nothing about your husband.
Okay, yes.
Ooh. Okay, yes. Why is that so hard to say? Ladies, y'all gotta stop letting it be so hard to say it. You'll get over it. We all have to overcome that. Really, anyone judge anyone because we all have sinned.
Yeah. No, I'll admit anything. I don't.
No, you
have,
won't.
I will.
You just made me work overtime.
But that's my. I overthink everything.
No, that's Satan overthinking for you.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's like, don't admit it, don't admit it.
Yeah.
I
But I
want you
don't
to
care
see
what
me.
anybody thinks of me, and I don't
Right,
care
I
if
know
anyone
that.
thinks I'm holy.
But you got to admit it, ladies, and then God will help you with it. You got to confess. That make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like the question and how that applies.
That's not a hard question. Is that spirit of anger still in you? You white. I know that's not that difficult. But you said, so you're saying yes or no?
I still get angry about yeah, I still get angry. Not with my husband, but like with politics. and
Nobody
things like
asked
that.
about your husband. I didn't even know you had a husband. What the?
You always say that. This is the 10th time you've been surprised about that.
That's right. But anyway, we got to end. Listen, y'all, the gate is narrow. Really. You got to be serious about this, but not freaking out serious. You got to want to return to the Father. You got to be still so He can take away your ego. And He will take it away, and you must be willing to endure it. And if you're alone, God is with you, that's fine. But you got to endure the pain. Don't get drunk, don't get high. And if you do get drunk, don't judge yourself. Try to avoid it, but when you do it, try not to do it, but don't judge yourself. But you got to endure, and you will become a son or daughter of God. And don't worry about how long it's going to take. You just be glad to know you're with the Father. He's working it out. He really is. And be patient, you're growing. But you got to stay with the prayer. You cannot, He said, pray without ceasing. He didn't say start it up, as soon as you feel good, stop. He didn't say, oh, do it today, but not tomorrow. You need to do it at work, at home, be aware, and you will become that way, and the Father is with you, and you will see that. But you got to endure the pain. You really do. You got to forgive. That make sense? I'm stuck. I can't wait to get you at the next men meeting. We're going to chew you up and spit you out. I'm thinking you're walking on water.
I mean,
I was thinking about having you run the meetings.
You're making it sound like I'm like a user or something.
Like a what?
Like I don't know. Is it
A
that?
loser?
A user. Like I don't
What's
know.
a user?
Like yeah, like it's.
Oh no! It's just I thought, wow, this guy is so holy.
Oh, well, like I said, I got to live up to that standard now. I guess up to that expectation.
No. What the? Go back to the prayer, man.
I'm all about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
stay with it this time.
Thanks. I'm glad I left that impression on you though.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna bring you up to the front of the men's forum next year. I mean, next time we do it next year.
Fair enough.
All right. Remind me, Joel. So listen. So the next, why shouldn't men allow women to take over? Why shouldn't they allow women to take over? Because women are taking over. Why shouldn't they be allowed to take over?
Because women, I feel that I've learned recently that women don't really have principles. They're not principled. They don't have, there's no code of ethic. It's just however they feel in the moment. And when you live in that, it's just chaos.
All right.
And there's no order to it.
His name is John Doe. You never get a wife.
Hey, that's how it is.
So listen, do the silent prayer. Stay with the next Sunday. I think what I want to do, if someone will remind me, when we start out, we're going to do the silent prayer together at church. All right? Remind me so I don't forget. I think that'll help. So because it's real simple, it's very easy to just be still and allow yourself to go through what you got to go through. You're dying, and as a result of dying, you start to live. You will live. The not you is dying. So I think I'll do that next Sunday. All right? So remind me, somebody. The other thing is, so someone is offering me a $30,000 challenge donation because at the end of the year, time for giving. And so we had a challenge donation, and he'll give up to $30,000 based on what you guys give. So y'all need to start digging deep, go out and take the money away from the bombs and drug addicts and stuff, beat them up and take the money, so we can raise at least $30,000 so he'll match it. All right? It's the end of the year giving, so I need your help on that. And it's to help us run the organization, do what we pay the bills, pay the employees, and all that kind of stuff, and keep the programs going. So I really appreciate this challenge grant of $30,000. Any other announcement, Ernest? Okay. Thank you all. This was fun today, right? Yes. Yeah. Did you have fun? Yes. You did? So you're gonna tell your husband I still have that spirit?
You want me to tell my husband that I still have a spirit of anger in me? I'm a stubborn woman, Jesse.
I can tell.
If I really felt in my gut that it's right, I would.
What?
If I felt in my gut that that's right, I would, but not because you told me to, I would.
You don't want to tell him?
Not just because you told me to.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Is he tied to the bed or something?
No.
Why you never bring him?
He's not a Christian and he doesn't like you.
That's the reason to bring him.
I asked him to come. He said no.
Tell him I said come. He doesn't need to like me.
Yeah.
All right. Are you doing the
He's
silent prayer?
a Buddhist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He like that fat guy.
No, he doesn't.
Isn't that who Buddhist is? That big fat guy that sit there and do nothing? Why are you so overweight? Who worship a fat Buddha?
He doesn't worship anybody. It's
Who,
not
Buddha?
that kind of a, no.
Buddha doesn't worship anyone? No, your husband doesn't
There are
worship.
different kinds of Buddhism, but I don't
they
know if
all
any
fat?
Buddhists worship him.
Are they all fat?
No.
Oh. Are you doing the silent prayer?
I did this morning. And
Did
so
you do
since
the
there is no
silent prayer?
past, I'm going to say yes.
See how Mama wanted to hear you talk? Mama all messed up. Let him talk. Do the silent prayer. Do your hooping and hollering too, but do the silent prayer. All right, do it more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm not giving up.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to donate. Don't forget about the challenge grant of $30,000. Help us get there. Ernest and the rest will figure out. Ernest, come on up for your birthday thing. How to get this thing done. So thank you for your support. And don't forget to do the silent prayer. Speak up. Doubt every thought, and you'll be fine. God is with you. And thank you all for tuning in. Coming in. I totally appreciate it. All right. So, Joel coming with the basket, and Jane have the credit card machine. In the meantime, you all know Ernest. Ernest is my PR guy, and he's been around a long time.